So when we were looking at getting a Tow and Fert, I was really happy with the results we were getting with the fine particle flying on by helicopter, but obviously the expense and the ease of using it was fairly hard. So we're looking at the Tow and Fert. The more we looked into it, the more that we found that we could use it and use it regularly and when we wanted to use it. The benefits we get, the obvious ones like being able to put the fertiliser on, especially urea, straight after the cows have left the paddock, not being tied to their local bulky company's schedule. Every farmer wants the bulky straight away. We've got the ability to put it on when we want it. Our grass growth has been exceptionally good, I suppose you could say. Previously, when we were putting our urea on in a solid form, we're generally putting on it at either 80 kgs or 100 kgs, depending on what time of the year. And because of weather restrictions and other restrictions, sometimes we weren't getting on when we wanted, or we're missing half a round or a round. So now we're getting it on when we want it on, and we're putting it on at half rate. So generally in the spring, if we're putting ProGib on, we're only putting about 30 kgs of urea on. Other times we're putting on between 40 and 50 kgs, depending on whether we're mixing our solid fertilisers in with that. Our solids, we usually do 2 rounds of potash at 50 kgs, which gives us 100 kgs, and also we put DAP on 2 rounds or 3 rounds at 50 kgs a round, and that seems to be more than enough the solids that we need. So at the end of last season, when we sat down and done our farm reports and analysed the production, we found that we grew over 10% more grass last year than what we've done on the previous year. And as this season closes, I believe will be very similar again. Our grass growth's been great, and probably the most telling thing is when your neighbours look over the fence and say to you that your farm looks really well, and where you're getting all the grass from. And I think that that probably gives you more indication of how we're growing grass more than any scientific data will do. I think if anyone's looking at buying a Tow and Fert, all they have to do is come and have a look at our pastures. It's the improvement we've had here. Talk to our neighbours. The quality of the grass, the ease of use of the machine is second to none, really. The quality that we've got growing here now compared to what we used to is just fantastic, and ask my neighbours what they think. They'll tell you.